Assalamu alaikum dear students, how are you? The topic under discussion is Tears of Nature by Graham King. Yesterday we talked about the first three stanzas in which we talked about the indiscriminate and indifferent attitude of humans towards trees. The poet is of the opinion that when a tree is being cut, it makes the Mother Nature cry, and we are reckless, ruthless and emotionless people that we do not hear that cry. And we also talked about ozone, which is being depleted, due to our careless attitude to make the atmosphere polluted, right? And we are not going to believe in things we cannot see. Actually, we are waiting for the time to come that would realize us, or that would make us realize about the adverse effects of our attitudes towards the nature, towards our environment. We talked that having choices to get power, energy, from environment friendly sources, we are and we have been burning coal fire chimneys to make the air polluted. We are not going to use those environment friendly resources like wind energy, hydel power, solar energy, etc. and etc. It is because that we are not that serious towards our nature, and at the end we will have to face the consequences. There is no doubt in it. The writer wants us realize about our indifferent and careless attitude and behavior towards the nature. Today we will look at the fourth stanza. Let's begin. We develop rocket ships that fly, but still can't stop pollution of the sea. I think I just heard Mother Nature cry. In this stanza, the poet is of the view that the man has made a lot of progresses in the field of science. Though he mentioned the example of rocket ships only, it doesn't mean that it is the only development human beings have made so far. It is not. There are countless developments human beings have made and human beings are looking into. Right. So it actually points out to that important aspect that human beings, despite having capabilities to send rocket ships in the air on the moon and on the other planets, they are unable to stop pollution of the sea, pollution of the air, pollution of the land. Why? Perhaps they want not to stop this, or perhaps they do not realize the consequences, or perhaps a huge sector of our population is not aware of the consequences we will going to face if this situation continues. It is not that difficult to curtail pollution. When human beings are able to fly gigantic aircrafts in the air, when they are able to send spaceships and stay for years over there in the space, it is not difficult for him to stop the pollution. But here intention matters. How much intention he has, the man has. The writer says, I think I just heard Mother Nature cry. Here I repeat again. In these lines, the poet says that science has made great progress, great development by sending rockets to the moon and other planets and spending a huge amount of money on these projects. But simultaneously, they do not pay attention, they are not paying attention to stop the pollution. Whatever the type is, the pollution of sea, the pollution of air, the pollution of land, etc. and etc. He further says that he has heard the Mother Nature cry. The very attitude of ours make the Mother Nature cry. Headlines: one more species set to die. Keep it quiet, use diplomacy. You would think we would learn as time goes speeding by. In this tercets, the poet says that every day we come across with news in the newspapers or on the television about extinction or disappearance of some animal species like dinosaur, like polar bear, like brown bear. There are number of species which are considered to be at endangered zone. Why is all happening? It is just because of our ruthless or reckless attitude towards the nature. We are basically in the name of development, we are cutting trees, and by cutting trees we are actually dismantling the home of so many species, because we are just running after heaping a big amount of money, taking no care about the surrounding. So when we heard about such news, what is our reaction? We keep silent. The writer says that every day we read in newspapers or on television about the disappearance of some animal species forever, but we keep silent, we pay no attention to these serious problems. Why? Perhaps we would think that okay, we would learn about its adverse effects with the passage of time. For the time being, we are not bothered, okay, to learn about its consequences, think about its consequences, right? Okay, let's see what the writer has to say in this quatrain. Worry on the future, pass it by. How can preservation start with me? Preservation means conservation, protection, continuation, maintenance, care. Okay, in the last stanza, the poet tells us about the easygoing attitude of man or human being. It is our habit to take things light. Okay, we do not seem serious, okay, about stopping those unwarranted, unnecessary activities that is continuously, okay, threatening the nature. The writer says that it is the habit of man to avoid shouldering responsibilities. We are accustomed not to, okay, shoulder off responsibilities. We are not going to take, okay, responsibilities on our shoulders. I think I just heard Mother Nature cry. You would think we would learn as time goes speeding by. The poet says that he has heard the Mother Nature cry, but you would think that we would learn about its results with the passage of time, right? Here I, okay, am going to repeat today's lecture. Sorry. Okay. In the four tercet the poet says or talks of useless pursuits of the advanced countries as sending rockets to moon and other planets. This way they spend billions of dollars, okay, but they are doing nothing to stop the pollution of the seas. Not only the seas, even of the air, even of the land. In the fifth stanza, the poet talks about extinction of animal species. Every day we hear that an animal species is about to go extinct or already extinct, but we prefer to keep quiet about it using diplomacy. Diplomacy is what we call a cunning tactique to deal with some situation. Diplomacy, right? In the last stanza, the poet says of the ingrained habit of man to absolve himself of responsibilities. Why should I worry about the future of the world? The very attitude of man, okay, has damaged the nature, has, okay, brought irreparable loss to nature, and we will have to face the consequences in the end, right? I'm going to stop over here, but before, okay, leave taking, I'll share the summary of the poem, okay, in a short. So listen to the summary. This poem talks about the indifferent, reckless and careless attitude of man towards nature and its environment. When a tree is felled or cut, it causes Mother Nature to cry. But unfortunately the man is not aware of it, or he does not bother to be worried about it. Due to damaged environment, there has become a hole in ozone layer. Okay, this is one of the consequences we are right now facing with. Okay, studies confirm that there arose, they've seen a hole in the ozone. Ozone is, as I talked yesterday, O3 layer, oxygen layer that absorbs ultraviolet rays coming from sun. But as we do not see this with our eyes, so we do not believe in it, we use coal and solar energy to pollute the atmosphere, but we are not going to environment friendly sources like wind energy, hydropower, solar energy, etc. and etc. Okay, we have developed modern technologies like space rockets. We are sending spaceships into the space. We are staying over there for a month. It shows, all these things shows that we are capable enough to harness the environment, to harness the situation, but it is not in our intention to stop the pollution. We spend huge amount of money on these pursuits, but we are not doing nothing to control pollution. Our ecosystem is getting damaged day by day, but we prefer to keep quiet about it. Man is indifferent towards nature and environment. He does not take the responsibility because everyone thinks that he may not be here by then. So why should he worry about nature? But with the passage of time, we will understand that the nature is in tears. Right, dear students? I think you surely have enjoyed it. So listen to the lecture again and again, because this very lesson is to be part of the exams to come. Okay, thank you.